Sure. Here are some sample interview questions and answers related to hardware firewalls. Q. Can you describe what a hardware firewall is and how it works? A. A hardware firewall is a physical device that is installed between a network and the Internet and is used to protect the network from unauthorized access and threats from the Internet. A hardware firewall typically includes a network interface and one or more processor cores that are dedicated to analyzing and controlling network traffic. It uses rules and policies that are configured by the administrator to allow or block traffic based on various criteria, such as source and destination IP addresses, ports, and protocols. Q. How does a hardware firewall differ from a software firewall? A. A hardware firewall is a dedicated device that is specifically designed to analyze and control network traffic. It typically has more processing power and memory than a software firewall, which means it can handle a larger volume of traffic and more complex rules and policies. A hardware firewall is also typically more difficult to bypass or disable, as it is a standalone device that is not vulnerable to the same types of attacks as a software firewall. Q. Can you describe the different types of hardware firewalls and their features? A. There are several types of hardware firewalls, including standalone firewalls, which are standalone devices that are installed between a network and the Internet, router-based firewalls, which are built into routers and provide firewall protection, in addition to routing functions, unified threat management (UTM) devices, which combine firewall, intrusion prevention, and other security functions in a single device. Hardware firewalls can have a variety of features, such as stateful inspection, which tracks the state of each connection and allows or blocks traffic based on established rules. Virtual private network (VPN) support, which allows users to establish secure encrypted connections to the network. Intrusion prevention, which uses signatures or behavior-based analysis to detect and block malicious traffic. Content filtering, which allows administrators to block access to inappropriate or malicious websites. Q. How do you configure and maintain a hardware firewall? A. Configuring and maintaining a hardware firewall typically involves the following steps: setting up the hardware firewall and connecting it to the network and the Internet, configuring the firewall's rules and policies to allow or block traffic based on the desired criteria, monitoring the firewall's logs and alert systems to identify and respond to any security incidents or threats, updating the firewall's software and security features to ensure that it is protected against the latest threats, testing the firewall's effectiveness by simulating different types of attacks, and verifying that the firewall is able to block them, performing regular maintenance tasks, such as backing up the firewall's configuration, checking for hardware failures, and replacing any faulty components.